My name's John Mendola. I'm in Wheaton, Illinois, which is just outside of Chicago. I purchased just 2 digital downloads on this one. Yep. I've been entering, I think, for maybe over 5 years now. I have some of the original mugs, maybe even t-shirts from way back when. So I've been around maybe since the early MR2 giveaways, and saw that you guys have been keeping up the program, making it honestly very easy to enter now with the digital downloads, which is nice too because it's cheaper. I don't have to worry about shipping or paying for overpriced t-shirts like some other companies, so that was a big help too. I think there was some MR2s. There was maybe some STIs early on, I think maybe. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. There was a couple different cars over the years that I definitely found some interest in, and have been doing maybe even more the last year or so with the STI hatch that went recently, and a couple other cars. It's tough. I like all sorts of different types of sports cars. I can appreciate all different makes and models, and I know you'll see all different companies doing all different ones, right? Like the GTRs to the the older stuff, whether it's STIs and EVOs that everyone likes too. So I guess nothing necessarily in particular. I just appreciate a nicely done car. I think sometimes the raffles or the contests or whatnot of the car, if it's too crazy for me, I might not enter on some of those, right? But other ones, I'm like, hey, that could be a fun project car or a fun track car or something like that. So yeah. I think it's hit or miss. It'll depend. And like I was saying, now that some of the costs of some of the other raffles with the merchandise is so high, I don't feel as motivated to enter some of those when you're talking $35-$40 t-shirts plus shipping, unless you spend $100. I mean, it's just kind of crazy, where I think you guys bring a great value. I can quickly chop in $5 or $10, have an entry. I think actually in this one I entered before Memorial Day, maybe for this one too. So I did maybe 5 or 10 then, and then I entered again on Juneteenth, and I got very lucky. But I think it's just it's super easy. I think that's what's great about Prime Driven. I just thought it was super clean. I think the videos, the pictures, I was like, wow, the body, for the fresh paint and everything, it looked really awesome. And again, once I'm older now, I guess too, it wasn't too over the top, right? So I was like, hey, this looks pretty factory. It looks really clean. I like Koenig wheels, and I was just like, hey, let's just go for it. So yeah, it looks like a beautiful ride. Just way back when, I think when I was maybe a late teen, just getting into more sporty cars, and then realizing that there's a whole other level of sports cars and the sports world. So I got into going to track days and autocrossing and things of that nature. So it's a great community of people. I think most places, you got, no matter what car you own, you meet another car enthusiast, you guys can bond and connect, or a guy or girl, and especially nowadays, it's great to see more females into it. But it's just all, and you can appreciate, I think a true car enthusiast can appreciate like a lot of different makes and models, etc., even if you have your preferences. But so I've been a car guy. I've owned a lot of cars over the years. So I have actually owned an EVO9 MR for a short time back in the day, a couple STIs, I've had a bunch of different stuff here and there, depending on how, what's going on in life and what your needs are, etc. So, I definitely try to do what I can to have something fun at times. So, yeah. Well, so there's a couple probably, but the ones that the JDM guys will feel bad for me the most is I did have a Supra, a Mark IV, and it was right around, I think right before Fast and the Furious came out, and it was a twin turbo 95. It had high mileage the time. It had been in an accident. It was fixed okay, and I turned around and sold it. I was like, I'll try something else, and then sure enough, over the years, I've come to regret that for many reasons, because even a high mileage one is going for so much money. But it was a really fun, beautiful, it's still a timeless like design and car. So that's probably one of them that definitely stings a little bit. So I was driving with my younger daughter, and when I first got the text, I definitely thought it was a scam. So I was like, I'll have to look at this when we, get to where we're going. I was thinking, these scammers are getting really good these days. But then when we stopped and I was able to see and I saw the order, I think again, like that was the the key thing was seeing my order in my info, and I was like, oh my goodness, like no, maybe this is real. And then get the call and like, oh my goodness. So yeah, it's pretty mind blowing. Oh man, maybe my son, he's a mechanic. He really appreciates sports cars. Trying to get him more into the scene and get him into a car and to doing autocross, things like that. So maybe I could pick him up first. We'll see. But I think I have a few people probably who want to go first. So. Prime driven makes it really easy. I think the odds are good, and might as well just give it a shot. Thank you guys very much. So excited and happy and shocked, and really looking forward to it.